10 above the tide.
Hampton Roads Transit is getting some pretty big money to study extending light rail to Naval Station Norfolk. HRT is getting nearly $2 million from the federal and state governments.
10 of your side's Lauren Compton is here to tell us how that money will be spent.
That's a question we all want to know, Lauren.
Tom, Nicole, $1.8 million is understandably a lot of money. HRT says they need that much money because a study of this nature takes a lot of work. They have to pay staffers to come out here and examine this issue, and there are a lot of things to consider when adding a new route.
We are constricted by our bridges, by our tunnels, by our infrastructure needs on our roads, and we need to find a way that people have options to get off the roads should they choose to.
For 15 months, HRT will study if the tide is the best option to ease traffic congestion in and around Naval Station Norfolk. The $1.8 million study, funded by federal and state dollars, will decide if extending the light rail is even possible.
What we're going to be looking at is any reasonable path, and that could be 12, 15 different routes, and we're going to narrow it down from there.
Almost $2 million is a lot of dough just to look at the possibility of the light rail going to the Navy base. HRT says that's because they have to examine a lot, including where to build new terminal stations, and they have to pay for public comment meetings.
First, we have to look at the traffic all along the area, of what the impacts to traffic could be, because a lot of these routes will likely run or could likely run in roads or adjacent to roads.
The study will also look at the light rail's impact on the environment.
Narrowing down what are the environmental constraints. Are there wetlands in some of the areas? Do you have bridges over some of the areas that you could impact?
In comparison, the study to look at taking the light rail to Virginia Beach cost more than $6 million. Now, this study is the first in a series of studies looking at extending the light rail to Navy Station Norfolk. After this study is complete, HRT will have to go to the federal government to secure more funding for the next part of the study. But again, we're looking at 15 months with this particular study. Now, coming up tonight at 6 o'clock, we'll tell you what sailors and employees at Navy Station Norfolk think about this possible extension. Reporting live in Norfolk, Lauren Compton, 10 on your side.